This video is about roommates, transitional housing for the homeless, and programs in Washington, D.C. that are actually pretty fucking excellent once you learn not to be an asshole to staff members. And that's what I'm learning how to do. I've got mental health issues, but I don't have hard drug issues. And I don't have issues not being in curfew or not following the rules of staying in at night or being here every night. But apparently people keep getting moved in and out of my place, have drug issues, and following the rules issues, and don't really seem to be homeless. And there's some stuff here that I want to either clean up myself, rummage through if it's trash, or throw it in the trash if it's not mine. And I told staff about it today. That was 2-3 days ago, and he didn't clean up. I told him today. Anyways, watch the video. It's more fun like that. Look, there's the Capitol Dome way back there. Hey, Capitol Dome. See it? That's that little tip.
That's the Capitol Dome. That's the Capitol Dome right there. Good night. Actually, good morning. Check this out.
Do you ever just feel like you can't sleep? Do you ever feel like you just can't sleep?
I feel like I can't sleep right now. You know, a few days ago, a roommate moved in. He hasn't been here for 2 nights now. He never touched the towels or anything that they gave him to move in with. And I actually gave him one of my bars of soap. He used it once or twice, and he hasn't been back the past couple days. That's his stuff. Another person was living here when I moved in. He lived on the couch for a few days and moved out. And then left and then came back and then moved out. And then a man named Dion lived here. And Dion lived here and then stopped being here. I don't know where he's at. The bathroom's very nice here, very nice. And Mr. C, who's like the houseman here, whatever, with a patch on his eye, came here and started cleaning up Dion's stuff. And I'm like, all right. And I looked in here and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And there's like a moldy sandwich and shit. You know, and he came to start cleaning this up on Wednesday. And honestly, right now it's like Saturday morning. It's like 3 a.m. Oh yeah, I got laundry here downstairs. It's very, very nice, convenient, and beautiful. And so I told Miss Carter, I said, and she's the chief case manager here. I told Miss Carter, I said, Mr. C came here, and Mr. C started to move Dion's stuff out and left it sitting out here. And Miss Carter was like, what? And so I came back and it had been taken from the hallway there and moved into the closet. Now, I need to talk to management and be like, first of all, am I going to get a key to my place? And do I have to throw his trash out? Or is he going to come back and live here or what? And is he coming back to live here or what? And then if I want to try and start doing what I do, which I'm encouraged to do here by my case manager, right, Miss Carson, right? But like, problem is I take medical cannabis. And it was part of a federal case last year with the United States of America and Washington, D.C. versus me. And I had medical cannabis, and I urinated in the drug test cup and passed it fine with medical marijuana. In D.C., we call it medical cannabis. I have a prescription card, and it's from PTSD caused by the Fairfax County Police, Arlington Police, and Virginia Hospital Centers. But you can't sue the police, can you? No. You cannot. One of my teachers taught me that. And when I was in here at night looking around, I looked in here. And the crack there, and look. Somebody cooked something with plastic on it in the oven and melted the shit. But so what I have to do now is talk to the management and ask 2 questions. 1, do you really want me to get started making art again to my case management team and upper management? And if I do, I need a key to my apartment. Not just to my door, but to my apartment, because art, I just lost like 8 or 9 months of art when it was burned up by a man named David and his gang at Triangle Park. His drug gang and his sex worker gang, his pimp gang, who buy and sell human beings over there and deliver them on motorcycles at any time of the night, and drugs, whatever you need. Triangle Park, Washington, D.C. Look it up. It's at the end of the number 32 and number 36 bus routes in Washington, D.C. Metro bus. And they call it, on the buses, they call it something else on the buses. I forget because I haven't been over there in so long. And I have brain swelling. I still have brain swelling. And today is February 24th, 2024. And my assault was on December 30th. You tell me why no one from the church I attend barely at all helps me, or helped me with this whole incident, or with my homelessness. Thomas Bowen from Shiloh Baptist, why haven't you helped me with my homelessness? Thomas Bowen works in the mayor's office to help homelessness. I attended Shiloh beginning in 2018 in Fredericksburg at the original Shiloh on the Rappahannock River before they came to D.C. So no one helps me with that. A couple of people, but anyways, I'm just trying to figure out who's staying, who's not going to be here. Is that trash? Can I go through the trash? Because I like going through trash. I dumpster dive. So if they're moved out and they're gone, is that my stuff? If it's not my stuff, I'm going to throw it out. If it is my stuff, I'm going to keep it and see what I want and then throw it out. And as for that guy, Wayne, he came in here with snorting shit all night and acting weird and saying he lost some stuff and did I take it? And I think he was smoking cigarettes in here somehow. Don't fucking ask me how drug addicts do it. He has sprinkled shit looking on here that looks like the shit they smoked at the park I used to live at. I used to be like, hey, are y'all smoking herb? Can I bum some herb? No, it's Molly. And they try and slur it, whether they're trying to say Molly or Marley. Some people have said to me before, you want to smoke some mushrooms. FYI, you fucking people out there, you cannot smoke mushrooms. You cannot. It's not done. Whoever tells you that, they're tricking you and fucking you up. So I need to figure this out so that I can be here because this can't happen. And this weird drawer with an old moldy sandwich and bicycles and computer monitor and bags of trash and suitcase. Whoever's stuff is whoever's, I don't know. But if they're going to live here, let them live here. If they're homeless, this is a homeless resource. It's not for anybody else. If it's being used for something other than homelessness, y'all are abusing the government dollars and the dollars from the community. And it's probably because people lie to you and use fake identifications. In fact, one of the gang members who used to threaten me at other places, and some of his friends actually stay here now immediately since I've been here or just before I got here. And one of them I saw going down the street earlier and tried to be like he didn't know me. And he's the one who tried to give me drugs yesterday in a cigarette box when I was leaving here in the morning. I'm like, no thanks, bro. Don't want your shit. I don't care if it's weed or whatever you say it is. I don't trust any of you. Today he walked by me fully wrapped in all these clothes with a hood up and a backpack. You couldn't really tell it was Tommy, but it was. And then his friend Jerome from the other church, when they were threatening me and I stopped taking showers for a long time. Months, in fact, because they all threatened me. And that's some of the gang people that stay here. And those are their chumps. One of them actually took the registration list and our signatures from a class here downstairs last week. From the class, the coordinator for the class was like, where's this class list? Had us all sign a piece of paper. Then they came back with the class list again later and put it on the table and walked out again. And took food from the meeting. Then I was like, hey, here's your class list, Miss Carson. I don't know what happened to it, but now anybody who watches the video knows. One of the dudes here in the gang took it. I don't know his name. He's a tall, skinny dude. Anyways, check it out. It's the light. Oh, also, one more thing. You know how orbs surround people, little light orbs? Maybe that's you light workers. But what happens when somebody has like a glowing aura of like a trail of like a shenanigans of light orbs around them? What is that called? Is it glowing or what is it? And then what is it when it's black dots instead of light orbs? Black dots, light orbs. So anyways, anyone who knows me, who actually cares and wants to fix it, let's fix it. Anyone who doesn't want to fix it, I'll remember who you are. You'll make it into everything I do. All my art and my prayers. And don't worry, I won't forget anyone related to you or your families. Because you all deserve to be lifted up and put into press and books and poetry and fiction and non-fiction. In fact, I wrote a book that's already published under a pseudonym with all of your names in it. Hundreds of your family names from who I grew up around. Because you're all such special people who did never set me up for nothing in my whole life. Now I'm going to set you all up for something more fun. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my God room. Ha ha. You know, the nice thing about being ignored, living in poverty and suffering in Washington, D.C., is that it's just not white people that ignore suffering and ignore the dying and suffering people in D.C.
It's all the people in D.C., not just white people. Every skin tone, every nationality, every corner of the world ignores suffering people in Washington, D.C., capital of the evil planet, the White House. Watch the movie Casablanca. Casablanca means White House. It's an old Humphrey Bogart movie, black and white. Now picture the Nazis and the Americans and the French and all the leaders meeting at the White House during World War II. Watch the movie Casablanca. Adjectives go after the noun in Spanish. Casablanca, White House. Fuck the United States.
You know what really sucks? When you cancel, What sucks is I canceled a meeting with my housing case manager today so that I could attend peer-to-peer group supports because I told him it's more important for my healing. And I just went downstairs for the 10 o'clock peer-to-peer supports. They're not having it. And then they go, oh, are you coming to art class today, art therapy? I'm an artist. I don't need to go to art class. And I don't need people to set up meetings for me to help me get my stability, the very organizations that are supposed to help me get my stability. And then they just walk around like, we don't know if we're having a meeting. I don't know, it's not 10 o'clock yet. It's 10 o'clock in like 2 minutes. If the entire agency and their manager of staff doesn't even have the meetings they're supposed to have here to support us. Yesterday I was having a conversation with some women in the TV room. And then when I said, what do you mean by that? And I didn't say what I meant, but this is what I meant. I said, you, and me, depending. I go, what do you mean depending? And I didn't say nothing, and I left the room, and I said, I got problems, so do you, and you came at me aggressive, and I'm not here for that. Depending meant, are you really homeless, or is this just one of your games? Because a lot of people use the services in Washington, D.C. for their personal purposes and for other reasons, rather than actually being the people in need. I'm a person in need. The two ladies I was speaking to didn't quite really look homeless. They looked like they were more to get information and investigate me. So the question that I meant was with depending on if you're really homeless or not. Everyone's always trying to bring it back to racism against me and call me this white boy shit and this and that. It always comes down to that. I'm not here to be answering no questions or justify myself. And if you're going to sweat me real hard, it means you're a cracker and you're part of the evil nation. You're just a dark-skinned cracker here. On the other side of the river, you're a light-skinned cracker. That's the only difference. And in the South, they use light-skinned crackers to enforce their laws. And in chocolate cities, they use dark-skinned crackers. I'm in a chocolate city, Washington, D.C. Don't worry, I'm just light-skinned chocolate. Or what the Easter Bunny candy industry refers to as white chocolate. However, you other ones here doing the dirty, y'all are just dark-skinned crackers. You know what a cracker is? A whip cracker. And back in the day, you'd serve the master real well and tell on the other slaves. Or you'd be in Africa selling people to the whites who took them on boats and brought them here. That's where the hate comes from. And that's what I know. And the world will know. And it's so we can fix these problems and everyone can see what the problems are clearly. Because guess what? I'll die. I may die sooner than later. When I was getting beat on December 30th, the man was mentioning my YouTube channel, one of the men that beat me, the man named Bob, as I know him as Bob, which the people over there use fake names. Bob, as he beat me, was complaining about my YouTube channel. Well, welcome to YouTube, welcome to reality, and these videos will stay there forever, whether or not I'm alive. So fuck you, and quit trying to handle people, and realize the people of God are here, and now y'all are fucked. Haunting and death only to my enemies, love and life and joyful happiness for eternity to everyone else. Who are you? We coming for you if you're on the wrong team. And what do we do when we come for you? We quietly do what we do and pray to God, and God takes care of each one of you and teaches you. And that's what a spiritual revolution is about, and that's what prayer and art warfare is about. It's not about going out and killing everybody. It's about teaching people proper ways of thinking, proper ways of living, and giving them the opportunity to change their lives and step up. Whether you're low or high in this humanity, you all have a lot to learn. And we, the Right Brigade, the FVK, the HCs, we are here to teach everyone. And we have been traveling the planet now for decades, organizing all the weapons of all the military and all the intelligence agencies. Now you know who I am.
Welcome to tomorrow, because it is now today.
And this is where we shall say...
Honestly, don't worry about it, folks. I'm mentally ill, right? No one cares about the mentally ill. Nobody worries about us, do they?
We have to worry about ourselves. That's why I make these videos, because no one cares. So don't worry about it. Whatever I say, I'm mentally ill. Honestly, don't worry about it, folks. I'm mentally ill.
Right? No one cares about the mentally ill. Nobody worries about us, do they?
We have to worry about ourselves. That's why I make these videos, because no one cares.
So don't worry about it. Whatever I'd say, I'm mentally ill. So don't worry about it. Whatever I'd say, I'm mentally ill.